All right, folks, we are here assembled with the University of Texas head coach Vic Schaefer and players Madison Booker, Deanna Gaston, Aaliyah Moore. Congratulations, coach and players, for the victory today. Coach, we're going to turn to you for an opening statement, please.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Again, the format for those of you that are joining us virtually, if you do wish to ask a question, please use the raised hand function and we will call on you for your question. Again, please state your name and affiliation prior to asking any questions.
Well, first I just want to commend Christy Curry and her Alabama team. I think they're really, really good. Christy does such a great job. I have so much respect and admiration for her and her program. And you know, they've averaged 76 points a game in the SEC, and our kids went out today and really played so hard defensively. Did a great job on two kids that I just think are so good in Nye and Barker. You know, you don't do that without playing your heart out. And I just thought our kids from the jump played their heart out. I thought we opened the game right. I thought we opened the second half right. Certainly we missed a ton of layups and bunnies throughout the course of the game. But I thought defensively we were really locked in. Elena done a great job with the scout, and our kids really paid attention, and we're really focused on trying to limit them on what they wanted to do. And then offensively, you know, we made enough plays Moore goes 7 for 13, Booker was 9 for 15, and again, we had so many really good looks. But I think the aggressiveness that we had, we got to the line 21 times. Our second chance points were 23, 34 points in the paint. I just think that shows our aggressiveness today and how we played the game. But, man, what this team continues to do and continues to accomplish is really quite amazing. And we'll give God the glory for number 32. And probably take tomorrow off and then get ready to go out to Portland and play in whoever we're going to play in the Sweet 16. But really proud of them, man. They played their guts out today. What a great crowd! Before I turn it loose, 9,700. What an incredible atmosphere for our game, for women's basketball. You know, when we came here 4 years ago, part of building a program is your fan base. And it was not good when we started, but to see that atmosphere for these kids today, it, you know, I just think everybody that walks out of the arena today is talking about these kids and how hard they played. Maybe not the buckets they missed or made, but just how hard they play the game, how they represent the University of Texas. And, again, part of it, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
Thank you, Coach. We're going to take questions for student athletes. First question, please.
Danielle Lerner, Houston Chronicle. Aaliyah, you had a great game inside, but I wanted to ask you about that three that you made. You looked a little astonished. What was going through your head?
I mean, honestly, I just shot it. Book made a great pass. I had to shoot the ball. We had maybe like 4 seconds on the shot clock. But it's something that I practice, so it's not just something that I don't have in my bag. I just don't really show it a lot. So I guess for moments like those, I'm ready. But, yeah, when it went in, I was like, ooh, that was nice.
Next question, Mark Rosner, Associated Press.
Aaliyah, hadn't been easy for you with the tendonitis, and I think played 1 minute in the second half the other night and had ice packs. How were you able to get back in there and play like you did tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I rested. I got treatment. I've been doing rehab to do everything to get back on the court. But, I mean, my team needed me today. It was kind of just a choice of, being smart, knowing when I need to be out there, when I don't. But I just made sure I got a good night's rest. And I came early today, got treatment, and was ready for the game.
Next question, please.
Hi, Terry Middleton from Horns Illustrated. This is for all three of you. The whole game was intense, but there was a point where it looked like it got personal. Was there a switch that got flipped somewhere, maybe around the third quarter? You were denying everything. Just curious.
I think, the energy that we just had as a team, we were fired up. Every huddle, we were intentional. We were looking at each other. Maddie was saying great things. You know, she was saying, who do you have? We were making sure we were matched up. So I think it just was, we knew that we had a chance to win the game. We just needed to lock down. Every possession mattered, and I think we did a great job of coming together. And when things, they started scoring, we were like, okay, slow down, let's lock down. But I just think we came together as a team.
Just to piggyback on her, we were locked in. I feel like we were locked in the whole game defensively, and so whenever times do get like a little rough or it doesn't get rough, we're always together, and we're always making sure we're here in the huddle and make sure we make sure. Sorry.
My bad. She's a little sick, guys.
I'm sorry. My bad, coach. But yeah, just making sure we're together the whole game.
Yeah, that third quarter, I think we just came out with a lot of I'm getting it from you. Fire. The first 5 minutes, I think we just got in and stayed focused the entire 5 minutes, and it carried throughout the rest of the game.
Next question, Cedric Golden, Austin American-Statesman.
This is for Aaliyah and Deanna. You guys own the paint. You won the big girl stats, rebounds, 11 blocks. How important was that for y'all to establish that kind of physicality inside against a really good team?
Yeah, I mean, Coach gave me the challenge of guarding number 3, Barker, and she's tough. She's a great player. I got better tonight just guarding her, but it took my team around me to help me guard her. But I think I took it personally, and I put it upon myself to be the best that I could on the defensive end tonight for my team.
And before the game, Coach was telling us that we have to be tough because this is a SEC team, and we are going to there next year, and so we have to make sure we're tough and make sure we're ready for all these SEC teams.
Next question, please.
Manny Ramirez from the Daily Texan. Madison, you and Elias both combined for 42 tonight out of the 65. Just how, what was it like tonight to be able to just kind of play in front of that big old crowd and have a really good performance in front of Kevin Durant?
It's for you, for book, right?
It feels good. The fans, they definitely, I love playing in front of our fans. They just bring a lot of energy every night to come out. And also I guess I performed good today too. And then Kevin Durant showed up, so that was nice. He can give me some lessons too if you hear this.
Brown with Horns 24/7. I guess for Deanna and Aaliyah, maybe you can put it into more context, what it probably meant to have Kevin Durant sitting right behind your bench, especially with Maddie, wearing number 35 and whatnot. Can you all just talk about that?
No, it's pretty cool. I don't think I noticed he was here until before halftime, but I turned around and I was like, oh, hey, KD. So it was cool. I appreciate him coming out. We really do appreciate the support. We always appreciate the shoes and, everything else. Wink, wink. I'm playing. But, no, it means a lot. Women's basketball is growing. And to have support from an NBA player, someone of his status, it really does mean a lot. So just hope he keeps coming out to support and watch. But we appreciate it a lot.
Same thing. We do appreciate it. I didn't even realize he was here until the end of the game. But I really do appreciate him coming out.
And Aaliyah, can you talk about getting through this round after what happened last year and how much that was on your mind?
Yeah, I think for me, it's a little personal just because I wasn't able to play last year. I had to sit on the bench and watch that happen and watch my team not play to the best of their ability that I know that they could. So for me to be back on the court this year and to see how hard we've worked to get to this point and to see us actually executing it is – I'm so proud of them. I'm proud of Booker, Shaylee, every single one of them, the leadership on this team, the leadership from Booker being a freshman. We're gelling at the right times, and there's still so much that we have to work on. But I know with this group, we're going to put our head down and do it. So I'm excited. 4 more, man. And I believe in this team, so I'm really excited.
We have time for one more question.
Hi, it's Terry again from Horns Illustrated. This is for Deanna. Deanna, this is Women's History Month. Do you guys as a team ever think about the impact that you have on women's sports, on women just in general, and just, can we talk about that a little bit?
Yes. Yeah, we've been always together as women. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I am trying not to cough. But yeah, it's so important to think about being a woman all the time. And we always have sisters around us every day. And so it's really important to talk about that, not even just being a woman, but also in women's sports. It's really important.
All right. I want to thank the players again for joining us. Congratulations on the victory, and best of luck in Portland, ladies.
Thank you.
Deanna, get healthy.
I'm sorry. Yep. Gosh, she's literally calling up here every second. See you later, Coach.
All right. Now we're going to turn it over to Coach Schaefer for questions. Cedric Golden, Austin American Statesman.
Hey Vic, you got after Deanna early, and you brought in Hattie, and then you brought in Amina, and those girls came in and played well. Carolyn Peck said that you're the only team in the country with that kind of depth inside. How big a luxury is that for you?
Well, I mean, we talk about it all the time. You know, you win with guard play, but you win championships with guard play and size. And we've certainly been blessed with some depth. Dee we gave her a perfect lob on an out-of-bounds play. She one-handed it. She missed a rebound, one-handing it, and missed a bunny. And then I thought Hattie came in and did a really good job defensively for us. And then when I put Dee back in, she was really good. And sometimes, you can probably have a little jitters. But it's nice to have that luxury and that depth. With Taylor and Dee and Hattie at 5, and they all three bring something different to the table, and I think that's what's really nice about them. Each of them's a little different, and so we're really fortunate, as you said, to have that kind of depth at 5.
I want to remind folks that if you are joining us by Zoom and you want to ask a question, please use the raised hand function. Next question, please.
Hi, Terry from Horns Illustrated. Coach, these three players, their stats jumped off the charts today, but can you talk about both Shea Holly and Shaylee Gonzalez and their impact? They only had 5 points, but what was their impact on the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's been this way all year, y'all. Like, we've won a ton of games with them going. They went combined today 2 for 12. It's not the first time it's happened, but they lock up everybody that we throw at them defensively. They take great pride in that. You look at Shaylee had 3 steals, 2 assists. Shay had 3 assists and 1 steal. But they fill up a stat sheet in a different way, and they get to the free throw. Shay got to the free throw line, and so this isn't the first time, and so those kids just they help you win a different way. I don't have to worry if they're not scoring or they're not, they're neither one of them are selfish. They're always going to do what the team needs to do. And those two are so special, y'all. Like, you have no idea how incredibly special those two are and what they've meant to this team. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I'm just telling you. When Rory went down, we went from being pretty, athletic on the perimeter to not being very athletic, but you better not tell those two because they don't play that way. We didn't change how we play. We might not press, but we're still playing the same way we wanted to play. Those two have just elevated their game. And you have to really tip your hat to those kids, man. Those two kids are nothing but winners. They're so tough. They're competitive. They're smart. I've learned a lot coaching those two, I can tell you. And I'm really honored to have them on my team.
Mark Rosner, Associated Press. Because You talked about the defense, and as a defensive coach, what were your impressions of the impact that Moore had running down that guard to block the shot? Would have cut the lead to 6.
Yeah, we talked about before the game, you're playing against a really tough, physical, aggressive team that's very athletic, and that's the SEC. So you better play that way. And that was my challenge to them. You better play athletic. You better play in the air. You better block shots, alter shots, but you better play that way because that's the kind of team you're going against. And I thought our kids did that. I thought we contested, I don't know how many jump shots we contested. Got our hands on some we didn't. How many block shots? We had 11 block shots, y'all. It's pretty good. And but I bet we contested another 11. And again, you have to give those guards credit. They're contesting, but Amo drew the tough straw, Garden Barker, who's a first-team All-SEC player, and holds her to 7 for 19. Nye, who I think is the key to their team, goes 6 for 18. And that was Shea's assignment. And other than coming off of her in a corner twice, did an unbelievable job. So, again, those kids are helping us win in another way. You know, Shaylee took the point guard, and we really did a good job there. But I just, again, the athleticism of our kids is pretty good. And Amo did a great job for us tonight. She was the difference. I talked to him at halftime. Amo's playing well. We got to get Amo the ball. And, you know, it was a big advantage for us, I thought.
Chip Brown, Horns 24/7. Vic, can you talk about what it meant to have Durant right behind your bench, especially to Maddie, who wears number 35?
Well, they had told me he was coming. And, you know, last year, the second game, we had quite a few people here, celebs. And so when I found that out, I thought, okay, great, here we go. Because we didn't play well last year with everybody in the arena. But, you know, just really appreciate him being here. Think about it, y'all. That guy could be anywhere. It's his day off. He's in the grind of his year, and he chooses to come here and support our kids. I mean, that says a lot about an individual like that. And our kids, you know, they know. I didn't know he was behind my bench. I just knew he was going to be in the building. But our kids, so much, you know, they were, once they realized it, I'm sure they were a little jacked up about it. And obviously, Booker played pretty well wearing his number. So hopefully by the time she leaves here, it'll be her number too. But go ahead.
You talked about you wanted to see that edge.
Yeah.
And can you talk about that and, you know, avenging last year's round of 32?
Well, again, everybody wants to bring up last year and a different team. I mean, we were so wounded and so hurt and so just didn't have any depth at all. And we were a different team. And by the way, we got beat by a pretty good team. So, but this year, again, with this team, I've just tried to convey to them, you got to keep an edge. You know, we go through it all year. Everybody wants to beat Texas. They see that on your chest. Now you're Texas and you're a number 1 seed. And if you can't handle that, if that's something that you cannot and are not prepared to deal with, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But you know what? If you can't do that, you might need to find another place to play because it ain't going to change. And that's just where we are. So, again, I think our kids embraced it. I think they embraced the fact that this is where we are. This is who we are. They've done it all year long. And I thought we had that edge today. Again, how can you not have an edge? How can you not be motivated with that crowd out there, Chip? I mean, really, incredible. How can you not be motivated when you've got such an incredible basketball player, incredible person like KD in the stands that takes time out of his busy life to come sit and watch your kids play? I mean, how can you not appreciate that? And I appreciate him doing that. Again, he's got a heck of a schedule. And then all those fans. I mean, I can't say thank you enough to everybody out there that came to the game, to Coach Huff for his buying the students' tickets. But that was a great atmosphere for women's college basketball. You know what? That was a great atmosphere for a basketball game, period. And it just really, you know, again, I'm awfully proud of our kids because they gave them something to holler about today.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again. The best of luck to you in Portland.
I'll see you out in Portland.
No, but if you advance, you'll see me the next stop.
I'll see you later then.
All right,
All right.
sounds
Praise
great,
the Lord.
Coach.